Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome once again to the southern wing of the Stink Bug Works. Pay no attention to the left-handed Telecaster. It's going to get new machine heads, a nut massage, and go away. I'm here today to talk about plans. Next week, I think Tuesday or Wednesday next week, is the scheduled delivery of the last part I need to put the laser into operation. Or maybe I should say, before I put the laser into operation. And what part of what they give you with the laser and the software is they give you a test program. And this test program will cut little squares, and you'll have speed on this side and intensity on that side, and it'll cut all these squares at different speeds and intensities. And, down in this corner, it'll be burned, and up in this corner, it won't be cut through at all. But somewhere in here, in the middle of this, will be where you get a good, clean cut. So once I establish that, the good, clean cut in this material, I have enough scrap that I can do plenty of testing. We can start cutting these now. Here's the deal. I've laid all these kits out the same. So this is a 1 foot by 2 foot piece of 1/16 inch plywood. So I can get a tunnel jet on one side and a short circuit on the other side. Or I could get a short circuit on one side and an atlas on the other side, because I've split all of them down the middle. And with these drawings, it's real easy to just grab these and throw them over there, and then grab the other ones and throw them on top of here. The joys of computers. So I will have these things soon. And one of them is the tunnel jet. Now, Big B, welcome back. Big B, glad to see you're back. Glad to see you got to spend time with the family. That's what's really important. The model boats is cool, but family's forever. So, Big B's little blue hydro. God, I wish I had a cool name for it. It's looking good. It's looking really good. And the Twin Cat, I vote for bright colors. Black is just so hard to see, especially at a distance. So I vote bright colors. Then he's working on one of the prototypes of this, and Big B shaped his cowl, and it reminds me of the 1930s vision of streamliner locomotives. That powerful kind of sleek, smooth look. It looks badass. I mean, it's got these cheeks on it and kind of this nose. It reminds me of a hood ornament from like a 1950s Pontiac. It just has that streamlined power look. So it looks cool. I approve. Now, this thing is based on a big, flat plywood plate. And that plate is real flexible. So Big B is going to put carbon fiber on the bottom. You have to put something. I used just balsa. Grain has to go this way for it to work. But I use 16th balsa, and it does everything the carbon fiber does. And it's easy, and it's cheap, and it's there, and it's wood, and so forth. And I did the same thing on the top, and now this thing's stiff as a board. I mean, you can stand on this little thing. And carbon fiber here will do it, but you still need something up there. And then Big B's talked about something I never even considered, and that would be to put an airfoil section on here. And that would be just stupid, ridiculously easy. You could cut a little rib, glue it there, and another rib, glue it there, and a couple of stringers in between, and skin it. I'd use balsa for the strength, or your basswood. Basswood would give it strength. It would be ironclad with basswood. 16th basswood up here would be bomb-proof. So yeah, I never thought of that, but that would do the same thing as this balsa I've got there. You just need to put another direction on that plywood that'll stiffen it up. So there you go. I like that. Big B's going to not use a liner. You can push this cable or the stuffing tube up quite a bit. You can probably extend it to the transom. You can always cut some off. You can never cut some on. So if I were building this hull again, I'd extend the stuffing tube and see what happens. So we're still prototypical phase. This drawing is still prototypical, but there were a number of busts in this kit where, this thing was in the wrong place and these were in the wrong place. All those have been fixed. And in fact, I fattened up the sponson ribs by 5/1000ths just because they were a little light. And I've made a couple other changes. I gave you options on the motor mount for different kind of motors. I'm still forcing you to use a 2040 motor like, I must have put it away already. Like I was playing with the other day. The Outrunner that Big B's using has an unusual motor mount. I don't know how easy it's going to be to find those motor mounts, but for the application, it works perfect. I mean, that's part of the whole thing is you can drop the motor in and you don't have to fiddle with little tiny screws trying to get in here, whereas the motor mount Big B's using, I believe you can access the motor mount this way and the motor slides in and out of something that grabs it on the hub. So that's a much better way to deal with that. So we'll see how that works. I could, if those mounts are readily available, part of what Big B's struggling with is the screws are at an angle because the mount's at an angle, and I could incorporate that into the base plate here, or give you a piece at an angle so you wouldn't have to mess with that. We'll see. You could hide it under a recovery plate that could be here that would, we'll look at that. We'll see how it works. So there you go, boys and girls. Some thinking, a welcome back. And did I talk about that I can cut these and they're all laid out the same on the same 1 foot by 2 foot sheet? I re-recorded this because somehow I recorded it in time lapse and I'm going, so I don't remember if I had mentioned that I've laid out all my sheets thus far. So I've got 3 kits laid out. I've got the 2 120 hydros and this all laid out to fit wood that I can get readily available from a number of suppliers here. And so I'm ready to go on these things. Until next time, boys and girls, jet out.